Regular gardening doubles the chances of having a heart attack or stroke, according to this article and this research study. So let's talk about it a little bit. Basically, what this research article did was took 24 other research articles, and it concluded that across 200 million people, that people who consume Mary Jane regularly are doubling their chances of having some type of cardiovascular event, okay? Heart attack, stroke, cardiovascular disease, whatever it may be. Now, this study makes a lot of people freak out. And as someone who helps people quit consuming cannabis for a living, I'm an addiction recovery coach, you would think I'd be like, wow, look at this is crazy. But I'm not, because you really have to consider your unique situation and your lifestyle and how cannabis does and doesn't impact you, right? So for me, when I consumed cannabis, I became very demotivated. My nutrition was poor. I actually developed malnutrition at one point from a condition called cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. I didn't exercise a lot. I didn't take care of myself. Even my self-care, my oral hygiene, I wasn't brushing my teeth at night. All those things started to happen when my cannabis substance use got really bad. Now, if you look at my scenario, cannabis substance use was definitely increasing my risk of a cardiac problem, a heart problem, because of all those lifestyle things that were happening. Now, look, I've known a lot of people who consume cannabis regularly. They have really good self-care. They're in super great shape. They take really good care of themselves. For me, that wasn't the case. So I would probably fit into this study pretty well. And there's some other things on this study too. They didn't assess for like alcohol and tobacco consumption in the people, okay? This study didn't really go into the specifics of vaping it or smoking it or using edibles. It just said, people used a mixture of things in the study. So this study definitely had some limitations, but it's something you should be thinking about if you regularly consume cannabis, especially if you find that it's negatively impacting your nutrition, your fitness, your self-care routines. And you could probably, one thing I could argue is that cannabis does damage REM sleep and deep sleep, and having quality sleep is really important for heart health. So I could probably make a pretty strong argument that because of the negative impact on sleep, that probably plays a role for cardiovascular health. And one last thing, this article showed it linked cannabis use to poor cardiovascular health, but it didn't say that it was the cause of poor cardiovascular health, just to be clear. Anyways,